Good morning. This is Samuel Jacob Kirschner, Voice of the Breeze, welcoming you to our morning live stream meditation. You have been telling the people that this is the 11th hour. Now you must go back and tell the people that this is the hour. Here are things that must be considered. Where are you living? What are you doing? What are your relationships? Are you in the right relation? Where is your water? No, your garden. It's time to speak your truth. Create your community. Be good to each other. And do not look outside yourself for the leader.
Please come inside. You'll never guess what you'll find.
This could be a good time.
Set it all up. And as you know, we go down.
There's a river flowing now, very fast. It is so great and swift that there are those who will be afraid. They will try to hold on to the shore. They will feel like they're being torn apart, and they will suffer greatly. No, the river has its destination. The elders say, we must let go of the shore, push off towards the middle of the river, keep our eyes open and our heads above the water. See who is there with you and celebrate. At this time in history, we are to take nothing personally, least of all ourselves. For the moment we do, our spiritual growth and journey comes to a halt. The time of the lone wolf is over. Gather yourselves. Take care of and honor yourself, the earth, and each other. Remember who you are. Breathe love. Move with grace. Follow the pace of your breath and the pulsation of your heart, and connect to the truth in your soul. Let go of struggling with yourself. Trust in life and laugh out loud. Transform misery and oppression to joy, oxygen, and ease. Mourn old loss and heal old trauma. Allow for new and beautiful dreams to be born in the present. All that we do now must be done in a sacred manner and in healing celebration. We are the artists of living, the ones we've been waiting for. You are free to be love now.
You are free to be love now. Okay. Are you ever not free to be love? Are we ever not free to be love? Well, theoretically, not. In reality, many disturbances come up daily in which we are disturbed out of the love state, which is who we are. And so what can we do? What can we do? The reason why I love so much the Hopi message, and I keep listening to it and playing it and remembering it, is because it really points in such a simple way, such as just the Native Americans can do. Such a grounded, earthy, yet poetic and beautiful and spiritual way. That we are the ones we've been waiting for, meaning we are right now it, love, life. And yet, sometimes we find ourselves in situations in which we don't feel that at all. On the contrary, we feel victimized, we feel unwhole, we feel terrible, we feel deficient, defective, not enough, incapable of dealing with what life brings our way, moment by moment, breath by breath. And for that, I do this work. For that reason, I am here speaking to you, sharing my practice, my daily practice, which is really to take care of my energy in a way that no one else can take care of for me. No one, because they don't live inside my brain, inside my mind, inside my heart. And when I take care of my energy, my soul, I can connect to that place inside of my breath, inside my heart, in which I'm connected with everyone and everything. Yet I do have to practice daily doing that, and it is my priority. So for me, it is not a burden to do that. I'm not complaining about why do I have to practice. There is nothing better that I have to do. That's the truth. Because I do want to live in a sacred manner and in celebration. I love that way of living. And in order for me to live like that, I have to do some work. And it's mostly inner work. It's work of paying attention, noticing when I go off into my head, ruminating, obsessing, thinking negatively, anticipation, anxiety, all these things, agitation, protest. Why isn't it different? You know, the ego. I'm sorry, but I don't see, for me, there is no attraction to talk about it and write about it and get people to align with me and to agree with my narrative of how life has done me wrong, and or how, you know, the president stinks or sucks and the regime is awful. And yeah, that's a way of expressing. I have nothing against it, but I just know it's not for me. Things come up, absolutely every day. Things come up, you know, adversities, glitches, being hijacked from the present. And of course, my mind, my brain goes immediately into this default of being right and familiar. And you know, I've lived enough years on this earth to, I can justify it, and well, I can be right about it. But it doesn't get me really to live in a sacred manner and in celebration. It gets me to realize, to wake up to that, okay, it's okay that anger came up for me, shame came up for me, protest, agitation, frustration, all the above. Okay, but now what? Am I going to stay here and build a mausoleum around it? I don't think so. Every moment, every breath is an opportunity. Just realize, you know, I can ask the help of the breath. I can ask for the help of the breath. The breath is my higher power. The breath is my love, my source, my energy, life. I can connect to the energy of life, the energy of love, and be part of it rather than be a spectator or a commentator. Live in a bubble outside. You know, it's interesting to a certain extent, for sure. But then there comes a point in which I've had enough of it because I can feel the energy. The energy is negative, exhausting, depressive, depleting. And it is the very energy that I need to transform. And that's what I do here, and that's what I share with you. So, and this has been such an amazing week of making the choice whenever stuff came up, as it's coming up right now with some sounds that I don't know what they mean, and I want to find out what they mean, and I'm not going to go there. I'm going to take a breath. It doesn't have to be a big breath, but it's a conscious breath. I'm going to connect to my breath. I'm going to connect to my mojo, to my aliveness, to my joy. And I'm going to invite you to do it following meditation. So just participate as well as you can and follow the instructions. And you can do it both externally and internally.
You know that feeling? That sense of eagerness? for the moment, of optimism for the future, being okay with the past, confidence that you're exactly where and when you should be. That feeling that makes dark nights lighter and light days brighter. That feeling that precedes breakthroughs and successes. Accepts defeats, embraces loss, comforts loneliness, transforming misery and oppression to joy, oxygen, and ease. Yes, the feeling of being connected and loved. Trusting the ease in your breath enough to follow it to the end of the earth. Your creative mojo, inspiration. Well, it doesn't just come. You have to give it to yourself. Would you join me in the 5 steps of the breeze on a journey to connect to the ease in your breath and discover your creative mojo, inspiration? Slow down your breathing. Shake and awake. Connect to the breath. Where is the breath in your body? Follow the music with your movement and breathing. Flow and let go. Stand and make space. Open your heart and move your breath, softening the tight place. walk and follow your joyful pace. Connect to the breath in the earth. Dance and celebrate. Be one with the breath. Can you sit with yourself and just be at ease?
A place for somewhere. There is a place for peace and quiet. Oh, it waits for somewhere.
Normally, in this state, there are not too many words to say. That place that Aretha Franklin so beautifully sang about, it's a place inside the breath, in the heart. A place that is safe and sacred. It's the soul. It's love. This is who I feel is my authentic self, my present, my original self. This is who I am. I have to make no excuses for that. But I also cannot expect anyone to bring me here. Although some people are very good with their presence, they can affect, they can help, they can enhance, they can inspire. But ultimately, true freedom for me is the ability to come back to this safe and sacred place inside. That no regime, no president, no nothing outside of us can really take away from us. Temporarily, we lose it a lot. Some people live most likely out of that state most of their life. But if you know without any doubt, if you have tasted this place and you've had enough pain and suffering, some of which is really up to us, Some pain that comes up with life is mandatory. The pain of loss, absolutely. But the suffering around it, the mental, emotional suffering, it's optional. It's a power that we can exercise, choose, commit to, because you know that you cannot put yourself through this pain, this suffering, one more time, as I do, because of my life experience, because I have been through such unbearable pain that the idea of taking my life was very tempting, and I tried. When you come back from that, you can't fool around with this anymore. And it gets better and better and better. I promise you, it gets better. To be the one you've been waiting for. To be loved, not to wait for love. To be loved, to connect to life through the breath with gratitude. To be a force of nature, a force of life, like the stars, like the moon. Of course, it's your birth. So, I'm really, really feeling myself living now in this state, really most of the time. And of course, I want to share it with people, with those who are ready for it and who would like assistance, guidance, community that does that. So if you feel that you want more of that, you want to explore living in a sacred manner and in celebration and being the one you have been waiting for, and practice it daily, you can get in touch with me, with us. Go to our website, thebreeze, breaze.com, and we have particularly two programs right now. One is developing a daily practice. It's a 7-week mentorship with me, and also participating in a weekly group and journaling about what goes on when you lose that space and how you get back to it. And this more advanced program is Artists of Living. It's a 12-week program, which usually people join after they have done the first 7 weeks. And I'm available for consultations, and we have CDs online. You go to Samuel Jacob Kirshner and The Breeze on iTunes. You can get soundtracks and guided meditations and inspirational words. But in the meanwhile, I hope you can have a day filled with joy, oxygen, presence, and ease. This is Samuel Jacob Kirshner, voice of the brave, wishing you a wonderful day. Come back next Saturday. This is going to be on YouTube and on my website for 24 hours, 7 days a week. You can join us again next Saturday morning at 8. Take care of your energy now. Bye-bye.